Nope, nope, nope. Good morning. Today is day 12 of the 100 days, so it's time to pull another prompt. Use something from Happy Mail. Okay, I still have a little bit of Happy Mail left from my last year's project, so we'll do that today. Let me get set up and we'll get started. Okay, I've pulled this out of the Happy Mail that I have left from last year's project, and we're going to make up something with this, and then I will go in and probably decorate it a little bit with something I already have laying around here. I already know what I'm going to do because I'd kind of thought about doing this last year in the project, but I didn't. So we're going to do it today. And what I'm going to do is just take all these pieces of paper that have been sent to me. Some are pretty old, some are not. And this bag, and I'm just going to make a little journal. We're going to layer our papers in there. I think I'll save this one out though. I've already got them folded. I folded them before I came on camera because I knew what I wanted to do. Okay, I'm going to measure. Well, I'm not going to measure. You can measure if you want to, but I'm going to guesstimate at 3 different hole placements for my book. I know that the smallest piece I have in here is this size here, so I don't want to go out here. I want to make sure and stay on the smallest page you're going to put in your book so that the holes go through everything you put in your book. So I'm just going to fold it and kind of guesstimate at the center. And I'm just going to put a mark here. And then I'm going to estimate about 1 inch in from the smallest paper edge that I've got. I'm going to take some clips and clip the pages. Then I have a needle. It's probably bigger than I need. I probably should use a little bit smaller thread and needle because these pages are so fine, but we're going with it. And I'm going to use some hemp cord. I just pulled out enough to do my binding, and the way I measured was to take the strip of string or cord. I gave it a little tail up at the top there, and I held it over my book and I measured 1, 2, and 3 times, and then gave another little tail at the end. So 3 times the height of your book. I'm just going to go in the center of my book. If you want your tails on the inside, you start on the inside. If you want your tails on the outside, you start on the outside. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the inside on this one. Just go all the way through the center and out the other side. And then I'm going to leave a tail for tying in the center. I'll leave one about that long. Then I'm going to go to the second hole that I made, the top hole, which is right there, and coming through the other side. So I'm going to find my crease and ballpark it where I think I need to be. And come up through that side. Okay, make sure it's pulled all the way through, taut. Okay, then I'm going to go all the way over to the other side where I made a mark and go through there and out the other side. And now I'm going to take these off because I don't really need them. Okay, pull it so it's nice and taut, but don't pull too hard if your papers are really thin. Okay, and then I'm going to come back up this center hole here that I already went in, and my tail is on this side of my string. Let me put it this way. Here's my string. My tail is on this side of my string. When I come up this way from the back, I'm going to make the tail on this side of the string, okay? So same hole. And on the opposite side of the string. And I always have too much binding string left over. In this book I probably could have used 2 measurements, 1, 2, and some string, some tail left. But better too much than not enough. And I'm just going to cut my needle away so that I can put it back over here, my makeup sponge where I keep it. And then you have your tails on each side of the string. Then I'm just going to tie your knot. Tie it one way, and then I'm going to tie it the other way. Kind of like a box knot. Okay, now I've got my strings there. I can leave them, and I think I will. I'm going to close my book here. Okay, and then let's open and see what we have. Got a little tiny pamphlet, and everything looks perfectly fine in the book. Okay, I think I want this to be the front. We're going to leave this as a pocket, and I have that extra piece that I kept off to the side, and I'm just going to stick it inside my pocket. You can have a little tuck spot. Okay, so then we're going to decorate the outside just a little bit, just a little something on it. Okay, if you remember the other day when we made our collages, we used some of these papers that were very vintagey looking, and I really like them. So I pulled these out because I thought I would like to put them on here, on the front. I really like this section here, 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 but mostly here and here. And I really think that I want to try to make something with this little area right here. I think it's too big, so we're going to have to compromise a little bit. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this back to where I want it and cut it or tear it. Try to make it straight. It won't have to be perfect, but I kind of want it to fit properly. Let's see if that'll work. Okay, I'm just going to tear it, going old school, like you did in school when you bend paper back and forth and you kind of run your tongue over it. That's what I'm doing. Okay, and it makes it easy to tear. Okay, so now I have the smaller version of what I want to work with. I can see better what I need to do. Okay, if I do this, then that means this gets cut off right here. And that's fine. I think I'm okay with that because I still have some pretty flower showing. So let's fold it back. How far we need to fold it to take off the section we don't need. And I'm just going to fold it back again. It's straight enough. Old school. And tear that off. I could even do it on the inside instead. Do this on the inside and put this on the outside. No. Nope, nope, nope. Stay with your original thoughts. I'm going to use Alien's Tacky Glue for this because I only want 3 areas glued. And I don't want glue stick because it may not hold it as long as I want. I'm just going to run a little tiny bead. I don't want you to get all blurry. A little tiny bead at the bottom. Not all the way down at the bottom. Just enough to protect things from falling out. Just going to take my finger, going to rub the glue to the edge a little bit there. Smear just a little bit. And we're going to put down our pocket. Leave a little bit at the bottom and a little bit on the side for a little border. Okay, now I pulled out some trims here. Probably going to put one there. Maybe I'll put 2 rows. Let's see how I like 2 rows. That's cute like that. I like that. We gotta make sure everything fits in here though that we want to put in here. And I pulled out these 2 little cards and I can stick these in here. And I may glue them so they don't move. I don't want them to disappear. Or maybe we'll put tags in here. I've got our starter tags sitting over here. Let's see if anything looks good in here. That one looks good. No. That would be okay. It's not finished, but it's okay. No. Oh yeah. That matches the paper. No. And we also have little index cards started. So let's see about that. A little too wide. So we could fold it. We'll leave this one out. Could make a tag out of it, cut out a tag shape. I like those, and if I put some of those trims on it that I pulled out, that would look cute. Could put that there. I don't know if I want to. I kind of want a piece of lace on here. Okay, I pulled out some lace, and before I get started, I'm going to put this down. I'm going to measure up how far I want to go, and I'm going to trim it off in advance so I don't accidentally glue someplace I don't want to glue. Okay, let's glue this on. And I want to put this little layer of trim down here. And we'll go about, we'll cut it about right here. And I have these little flowers. And we're going to put those on. Kind of lapping over that one. That's really cute. I really like that. I kind of want something right here, but I don't know what yet. Let's put some trim on here. This came from Happy Mail. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see if we have anything in here. Okay, I chose this one, and I'm not going to put it on the tags. I'm going to use something else on the tags. But I am going to take this one, and I'm going to open my book to the center. And I'm going to drape some yarn in there. Come around here and get how long I want. I'm going to tie it because I just think it's pretty and it adds some color. Okay, I have my yarn tied around my book. I put in some ribbons on my tags. These tags are not done, but they're going in here anyway because when we're ready to work on them, they'll be here. And I also was thinking of putting something down here in the corner, but I couldn't find anything I really liked. And the one thing I do like might be too bulky. This here, let me cut one off because I can't tell with it all runched up like this. I don't think that I would go with this, but you never know. Let's try. I don't know. I kind of like it. It's flat, and I don't have to worry about it taking up too much space. And this is a flower I made a long time ago, and I really liked it, but it's too bulky. I like it, but I think that really brings out all the colors. So we're gonna, I'm surprisingly gonna use this. Didn't think I would. Okay, so that has to sit there and dry for a little while. So let's turn this over and let that flour dry some. And let's set something heavy on it while I decide. Let's just tear it, but I want to tear it so that it doesn't show white. Tearing it toward me showed white on this side I'm not using, and it doesn't show white on this side, which I am using. Okay, and then we want to tear off the top. So just be mindful of the way you tear your paper because it'll make a difference. So we're going to go this way. And then about right there. Like that. Okay, I'm going to go off camera and glue it down, and then I'll show you guys how it looks. Okay, that's what it looks like, and I decided to go ahead and take this little card that I have and put it on the back here with it. And we're just going to glue it down with 3 edges glued, and that way if you wanted to add a little something into it, you've got another little tuck spot. So let's say if you want to put another tag back here, you could. And I didn't distress the edges and stuff and make it a big old deal. You can do that later if you want to. So let's put this stuff back in here. I still have this if I wanted to use it for something. Can make a little tuck spot there. You know, let's do that. Okay, so now you got a little tuck spot back here. Okay, and I have this left. It might look good tucked in here. Or it might look good just tucked in here. Or maybe we'll use that there for now. I can always glue it in the book later, but it could fit there and you could put a little note on the back. So we'll do that. So let's wrap this up and I will show you everything all at one time. So use something from Happy Mail we did. You saw everything I pulled from Happy Mail and we put it all together, made a few little tuck spots here and there. So here's our little book. Little tags, little tuck spot there. Could stick this in here because it goes with the tag, like that. And we have nothing here, so that's open for later. You could write a little note and stick it on here on some vintage paper or, I don't know, whatever you want to do. And then we have our papers here to embellish or write on. Probably would stick some papers on it, just make it embellishy because I don't really journal with writing. Then our back page is all done. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed. I had a ball making this. I love doing stuff like this. So I'll see you tomorrow for day 13. Bye-bye.